everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I have my first update for Pan those eyeshadows. I started this I wanted to do it my way, this specific project pan. I'm very excited about it because I have really realized that because I'm concentrating on these eyeshadows, it's kind of deterring me from buying any more just because I want to show progress on it for you guys. So I feel like I'm holding myself accountable and I don't want to let you guys down. So I have my first update of the 5 palettes that I have here. So I have them all right here. So we're going to go through them. I do have a close-up of everything. So try to make this project pan a little bit more easy so you guys can see the progress on it instead of me just showing you on the camera. But anyway, before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of project pan. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, join us, and now without further ado, let's get on with the project. So you guys, I want to warn you guys, I am terrible at taking pictures of my eye looks, but I made it a point to wear a lot of my project, these shadows in video. So I know I wore a look that I've been wearing a lot with the shadow that I'm going to show you first, and that was in Monday's video as well as Friday's video. That was my update on my new Decay project pan as well as my face palette. So pan that face palette, both of those I was wearing the same eye look. So the first shade I want to share with you guys is the Ciate one. This is the burgundy-ish purple shade. I am wearing it again today so you guys can see how I've been wearing them and give you guys ideas. So I am wearing all the shadows today on my eyes, at least 3 of the shadows. So I at least pair 3 shadows per look, or any look that I do that doesn't involve these specific palettes, I'm incorporating at least 1 or 2 shadows in them. So if I'm using something completely different, I'm always trying to incorporate these shadows one way or another in that look as well, so you guys know how I'm doing this. So the first shade I want to share with you guys is the Flirt shade. So you guys will see an up close of it. It is what I'm wearing on my outer V as well as my inner corner. I did a halo look today. This is the shade right here, and as you guys can see, I have a decent dent in here. Now this one has been the hardest one for me to use in the sense of it. This is a new palette, so it's really densely packed in there, and that's really the only shadow I've used in this palette. It is a beautiful shade, and I'm so happy that I got a matte that isn't another brown, because that would drive me crazy. I can't do more than 2 browns in a project pan, which I'm going to tweak the rules for myself a little bit going forward. But anyway, this one I have a nice dip on here. I think by next update I should have pan in this one, just because this has been my go-to for the outer V one, and halo looks like this. I love the look that I did today. It's so beautiful, and it's with the eyeshadows that I'm panning as we speak. So I haven't hit pan on this one, but I know that you could see progress in it just because it was brand spanking new when I first started this project pan. The next one that I have is the one that I have in the center of my eyes. That is from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. It was chosen for me Primavera. So here it is right here. You guys will see close up of it as well. As you guys can see, there is a dip in here as well. This one's the one that I have least used as well. The second one that has been least used, but I have used it. It was relatively brand new. There was no dip in here at all, and I am liking it. I'm wearing it as the center of my lid, or I've been using it as a lid shade or inner corner highlight. Those are the 3 ways that I've been using this one. I could probably get away with using this one as a face palette, but I'm trying not to do that with my eyeshadows because I have other things and other projects. But anyway, this one I do like. It's nice. This palette hasn't gone bad on me yet. I don't know. The quality's still there for me, at least. The shadows haven't faded on me. They still perform nicely. So I'm going to continue to work on this one. At least I know these 2 can be paired together to do a look like this, or some variation of it where I can get away with hitting pan hopefully by the next update on these. Now the next one that I have is the Sugar Pill Taco one, and this is the white shadow that, Lord have mercy, is going to take over this project pan. This is the one I'm wearing in the inner corner, and I've solely worn this only as an inner corner highlight because I cannot wear this all over my lid. It's just so stark white. So here it is right here, and I don't know if you guys can see in the close-up or in here that this has some usage to it, but you can barely see that little dip that's going on in there. It does have a little bit of a dip, but it's not significant at all. I will warn you guys right now, this is probably going to be a shadow where after 30 times, I will probably roll this out because there's no way I'm going to keep this for that long to try to hit pan on it. It's just so stark white. It's look, that's barely me putting my finger in there. It's a nice inner corner highlight, but there's really not much for me else to do with it. I love it as an inner corner highlight or as a base for my shadows, but as of right now, I'm using other bases to work with it. So this is just being used as an inner corner highlight. And I did forget to mention, I have been tallying up my shadows of how many times I've used them. So let me share with you guys first. So for the Ciate, the purple one, I have used this one 6 times. So I've only used this one 6 times. Anastasia one I've used 9 times. So you guys can see that I have been using that one quite a bit, and I still have not hit pan on that one. For this Sugar Pill Taco one, I've used this one 9 times. And you guys can see the difference between this one and the Anastasia one, how big of a difference that one is. Now let's move on to the 2 ones that I'm super excited about. The first one I want to share with you guys is the one from the Lorac. I chose the espresso shade, and that's that dark one, and I have hit pan. I just hit pan on it maybe like 2 days ago. This one I did use 9 times, as you guys can see right there. There is the lovely pan. So it's no mini pan, not a huge pan, but it's a significant pan for me. Now this one I solely used as the outer V. I used it once all over my lid, but I really wasn't a fan of using that one all over my lid. It was just like, okay, unless I put like a dual chrome on top of it, that's how I like to use it. But other than that, it has been my outer V shade. I had to really pack this on. What I did was I would pack it on and then diffuse it out with a different brush in order for me to get the intensity of it. And I actually was enjoying this shadow a lot because it wasn't your typical warm brown, neutral brown. It was an enough brown where my eye looked smoky and put together, but wasn't a black, if that makes any sense. So I really liked it. I enjoyed it. And I'm happy I have another pan in this palette because you guys know me and this palette, we've been trying to work it together this year. The other one that I want to share with you guys is my Coastal Scents Peach Silver one. This one I ended up using 8 times, and this was the first one I hit pan on. One of you guys called it in my intro that this is the one that I was going to hit pan on, and sure enough, there is the lovely pan of it. Now this one was a little bit crumbly, and it was very loosely packed in here. Out of all the shimmer shades in this palette, that's the one that is the most loosely packed in there, so easy to hit pan. Like I said, I've only used it 8 times. It didn't take much, and I solely use this one all over the lid. Now I will mention that with this one, because of the age of it, the pigmentation wasn't there. So what I did was I placed 2 different bases all over my lid, and this is where I say multitasking your shadows or adding things that you normally wouldn't add comes in handy. So I took advantage of the fact that this shadow didn't show up too much on my eyelids unless I used my finger, and I used 2 shadow bases to make it stand out and last longer. The first one I used was the Rose Gold Caviar Stick from Laura Mercier. So it's just a basic neutral, you know, goldy shade, or I ended up using my Color Tattoo in Bold Gold, which is a little bit more of a bronzier gold. So this is the 2 that I used to make that one stand out, to make it more vibrant and last longer on my lid, and it worked perfectly fine. I was able to make it work, and I didn't mind rolling that one out or decluttering that one. So I'm very excited to say that I have hit pan on 2 shadows. I really did think I was gonna hit pan on this one. This one was a total surprise towards the end. I really didn't think I was gonna hit pan just in time, but sure enough I did. So that means I will be keeping 3 in, and we're rolling 2 new shadows in, which is very, very exciting, you guys. So far, I have not gotten bored because of the fact that, like I shared with you guys in how I rearrange my vanity to not shop more, I've been using these with it to be able to work it out. And I've been doing different eye looks, techniques, as you guys can see, the halo look, the all over the lid look, the smoky look, the layering look. I include other shadows into my project pan, these shadows, to not just solely stick with these, because that would drive me insane. So, as you guys know, I will be rolling in the actual brand. I will pick the palette, and then we're going to choose the shadow itself randomly. So here we go. The first eyeshadow palette that we will be going for is Japanesque. Okay. And then the other one is Tarte. All right, so give me a minute. I'm going to go find 2 palettes that I would like to use pan on, and then I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back for the Japanesque palette. I have this one. This is the Pixelated Color Collection. I did a review on this a while back, and I really liked it. It is a baked eyeshadow palette, so I have a feeling this is going to be a 30 use type of palette because there's no way I'm going to hit pan on these anytime soon. And now there's 10 shadows in here, so we're going to randomize what shadow it's going to come up to. I'm going to go across, which is 7. So we're going to go across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I forgot to mention to you guys, I am not panning any blacks, and if I have more than one brown in a round, I'm gonna pick a new one. That's just my thing, because if not, I'm gonna get bored and I'm gonna abandon the ship basically. So I'm not gonna do that one. So 7 is out of the question. Let's try it again. 6. Okay, so 6 is this one right here. So this is a cool toned matte shade. I was hoping to get one of the colorful ones, but I guess not. This will definitely be one that I will be using. I could actually use that on my face too. So that's the shade that we chose. I forgot to mention, no blacks and no more than one shadow that is a brown in a thing. So here is the next one. I chose for Tarte is the Make Believe in Yourself palette. I really like this one, so why not enjoy it and get more use out of it? So let me count how many there are. There are 10 shadows. I'm not counting the center highlighter because why? It's a highlighter. I don't feel like panning that one. So we're going to stick to the 10 that is in here. 1. well, since I already have a matte shade, let's pick another one. I already have a brown. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is this one right over here in the shade Trance. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, look at that. So I will take a picture of all the shadows that I have in here. So these are the 2 new ones that will be in here. So now let's talk about my goals, shall we? Let me look at how much I have used up of the certain ones so that maybe I can get a guide. So I definitely think I will have pan in this Flirt shade right here in the shadow. I really think I will have pan in that one. So I am thinking I'm going to have that one pan, and my goal is also to try to get pan in this one. I think both of those I can do. For this one, I have about 19 more uses around there used of this, so I really got to use this as an inner corner highlight from now on in order to rule this one out, because I don't think I will hit pan on that one. And then these obviously are new, so we're gonna work with those as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.